staying somewhere, and I've been like, working for a person, live there, help him out when he goes out and does stuff. And yeah, I'm trying to make you aware that I do understand you need the money, and I'm going to try to get it to you. But because of complications, if you can't get me the money, if you can keep on pumping things back into the house that we need, then I'm like, cool. But I do work for him, so like I am supposed to be getting paid. I'm rude to you, but the way that I speak to people is very, I'm very appropriate. Okay. So if it's inappropriate to me, then I say, hey, just understand, I love your wife a little bit too much to stop doing things for you.
What's up, YouTube? Top Flight USA back with another one. How you doing, brother?
I am doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's your name, age, and where you from?
Well, my name is Andre. My middle name is very easy. It's Duh and Vaughn. My last name is actually quite easy. People always ask me how to spell it, though. It's Rag and Land. Just put together. It's one word. Right. But anyway, and then as far as my age, I'm 29. Okay. I was born on April 26th, 1995. You will not see April 26th in much, guys. But yeah, you won't see that birthday in many things. But yeah, 95, so I'm 29. And yeah, I've just been out here chilling, and basically, like, I met this person, and he's pretty cool. So you guys should, definitely check out his stuff. But I'll tell you about me. It's pretty simple. I live here in North Carolina, Robes near Greensboro. If we should just say that one forward, I won't say that one backward. But yes, so I live like over in Dunleith, though. It's a very small little community. It's really nice.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
You were going to ask me.
You didn't mention where you're from.
Oh, where I'm from? I'm from upstate New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from upstate New York. It's called Newburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually a very nice little quaint city town type thing. So it's like, it's not one of the big boroughs, but it is a city,
Okay.
And it's pretty nice. I mean, like my whole, like, a lot of my family are from there. I have some family over in California, but I've not been to California. Supposedly. And my childhood was a little weird.
Yeah, how long you been in North Carolina?
I have been here about 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So did you go to school down here?
I actually graduated from here, then I moved away to Florida, and then I came back.
Okay. Yeah. Then you came back. All right, well, let's tap into your childhood a little bit. Do you have any siblings?
I have 2 half-brothers and 2 half-sisters. Both my brothers are from my father, and both of my sisters are from my mother.
Okay.
So those are more closely related as the sisters.
Okay. Did you grow up in the same household as them?
No, not all of them. I lived in the same house as my older sister for a while there, and then once my little sister was born, she had a different father, how that type of thing goes. So yeah, then I moved. I was still with my mother at all times, but I was with my little sister and her instead, and her father. And then, my little sister is actually on her feet very well, relative to, how it is that the world is going right now and whatnot. She's doing pretty gosh darn well for herself. Okay. And beyond that, like, I mean, I'm staying somewhere, and I've been like, working for a person. He's a pretty cool guy. I basically just like live there, help him out when he goes out and does stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so you mentioned you're staying with a person.
Yeah. He's how I was able to afford this. So, I mean, like, it was money from him that allowed me to afford this. And like, I have the cell phone and whatnot. Yeah, I have the cell phone and whatnot because I do stay with him, and he's a cool guy. I have an Awu coffee sticker. It's a really nice coffee place. But anyway, so like, because of him, I'm able to afford this stuff. But I do work for him. So like, I am supposed to be getting paid, So like, that is just how that one's supposed to work. I do live with him, but I do go out and work with him, and I do make money doing that.
Okay. You mentioned supposed to be getting paid.
Yeah. So I don't think about the words all the time when I say them. It's really just like, the situation is, I make a lot per week. And like, for the past little bit of time, it's just been a little tepid on the water. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not really trying to, like, attack you, hurt you. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but the way that I speak to people is very, I'm very appropriate. Okay. So if it's inappropriate to me, then I say, hey, just understand, I love your wife a little bit too much to stop doing things for you. I love her. She's amazing. Okay. But like, the things that I do for your wife, because she has MS,
what is MS?
It's multiple sclerosis, and it can come on for, like, ever presently of a reason. I'm not going to say that it came on because of anything other than actual disease. But I will tell you, it's just sometimes the way that it is that I hear the person being appropriately, I guess, spoken to in such a household as a Christian, man's house, it gets a little strange for me. And I say, okay, no problem. I'll go out on my walk, and I do not work on the weekends at all. That's why today's Saturday. I'm here with you guys. So thank you guys very much for watching this. If you watch this,
Okay.
he's a cool guy, the person that's allowing me to speak to you. But anyway, that's me speaking. Let me go back to talking. You could just ask me more questions.
Okay.
Those can go on forever.
You mentioned getting paid from them.
Yeah,
You was
I
breaking
have.
it down.
I have gotten paid from many a time in the past. For about a year and a half, I was getting paid. I get paid like a week. Every week is $1,000. Just
Okay.
straight up, it's $1,000 every Friday. I get paid $1,000, and that's just 5 days. So
Okay.
5 days work, I get 200 a day.
Okay.
So like, and then so that Friday I'll have 1,000, and then like next Friday I'll have 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, and that went on for like a year and a half. Then he had some problems, and because of the problems, he said, I'm trying to make you aware that I do understand you need the money, and I'm going to try to get it to you. But because of complications, if he can't get me the money, if he can keep on pumping things back into the house that we need, then I'm like, cool. But he does like to complain about such things. He still does it.
Okay.
He'll pump like $500 worth of groceries into the house, but he won't pay me. But he will complain about the food not getting in the house. I'm like, if you just give me my 1,000 a week, and you've missed 8 weeks on top of that, and understand I crashed your car, you were not very happy about that, but it did not cost you much money, and you take that money out, and then you give me what I'm owed, then it'd be a lot nicer for us.
So,
but I'm not going to be dangerous toward a person.
Can I ask you
Understand,
a
my
question?
personality is way different than that. And yes, you can ask me any question, basically.
Do you think he stopped paying you because you crashed his car?
He told me how much it cost, brother, and I will tell you this, which is when I crashed the car, he told me how much it cost, and I said, cool, well, if we live together and you owe me this much and I owe you that much, then out of 8,000 you can give me 4,000, and we'd be perfect, because it cost 3,200 to fix the car. So I'm just saying, take another 800 as well, and understand my apologies, but I have lived with him for 4 years and crashed the car once.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like, on that, no, brother. I am not at all trying to be rude to him. He does still owe me.
Okay.
Told me how much the damages were and everything.
Does he charge you to stay there?
Yes. Yeah, the charge to stay there is basically me working for him, because it's not just the working for him. It's the fact that it takes the stress off of him, and then he goes out and does stuff. I take care of the wife while he's gone 5 days a week, and then he goes and does what he does. So if he's out there and he's working and whatnot, and I put the money into my situation, he tells me that it's cool. So I'm going to tell you something. I have been living there for 4 years, though. So I understand where you're coming from. Believe me, I'm not diabolical with my inability to think my ego might be inflated. But, brother, my oge is not. And that's OGE. It's just ego backwards. Okay. I am waiting on having a larger ego. Believe me, I promise.
Okay. So, wow, that's interesting, that whole situation. But we can move past it if you want to.
It's not something that I'm sensitive about, so you keep on talking about it, but you'd have to ask me more questions, because I wouldn't even know what else really to tell you about him. He's a pretty cool guy. He's a Baha'i. So, like, his house is very highly. And so if it's very highly, but you allow other people to do things that are lessly, then it's like a name. If you allow everybody that lives in your house to act like they're Leslie, but you have one person there that is the reason why you treat people like such. Like, they're just like, oh, you guys are cool to be here because of that one person. If that person is your wife, great. If it's somebody else, I've lived there for about 4 years, and 2.5 years of that I was just taking care of her, period, point blank. I was like, hey, I like being here. I just take care of her. We had a nurse. I kicked her out. I didn't kick the nurse out. The nurse didn't live there. But you understand what I mean?
Yes.
I worked for him. I was just like, I love your wife. Can I help take care of her like that? I promise. I love you. You are you're like her husband. I'm not going to do anything weird. I'll take care of your wife. MS, she just needs like the bed linen changed. She needs herself changed. She needs to be cleaned every once in a while. She needs to be, completely just like taken care of 5 days a week. I don't even have to do it on the weekends. Good. I have had to do it on the weekends sometimes, and I've had to do it for him because he gets sick a lot. He has diabetes, and he just sometimes doesn't feel like eating.
I wonder how it makes him feel to know that you have to do all of those personal things to his wife.
I do understand, but brother, she's very old, and I promise you I have nothing against her. When I take care of her, I have nothing against her. nothing positive against her. How about that?
It's like
Because that would
strictly
technically,
like a
it's
business thing. Like
he
you're
is
pretty
my
much
boss.
like a nurse.
He is my boss. Yes, I would get my degree to be a registered nurse if that would make him feel more, safe. But I'm just like, I should just go do that anyway, and then understand that I already love people enough to do these types of things, and that it was already the platonic relationship between me and Lynn. She's a lovely person, but Mrs. Berryhill is his wife. I do not disrespect that woman. I love that man. He's cool.
Who is Lynn?
Lynn is his wife. That's the woman that I work for. She's very nice and she's very cool.
Okay.
She offers me to sit in the room and watch TV with her like all the time. She'll be watching Young Sheldon on repeat. She's watched the entire thing 3 times.
Can I ask a tough question here?
More times than that, you can ask any question.
Have you ever had sex with his wife?
No.
Okay.
I have not. No.
Okay. All right.
Anything there. Anything.
I
You can
just-
ask any questions
Yeah, I
there.
just wanted
I
to know
promise you,
because
brother.
you said it's strictly business. You're taking care of. You're trying to help her.
Yeah, I basically just wipe her butt. As a matter of fact, by the way, I wipe her butt
Yeah,
because
something the CNA would do.
she shits and she pees, so then we just clean her up and everything's cool.
Okay.
5 days a week, I do that, and he comes back from work, or he's even there sometimes. So I'm just like, when he gets sick because of the diabetes and he has to be there, I'm just like, if he needs to tell me something and he needs to tell me both parts at the same time, it's hard for him. Thank you, because I'll tell you something. At the very least, I need to have that in my mind. If it's out there for people to understand, then that means, what if that really is the situation? You are too nice. You appear nice. You don't appear like you're trying to do something odd. So therefore, he doesn't want you to take care of her. And the money that he owes you, he's just like, you've lived here for a while. Can you please maybe just go get the registration done? What if
Have
that's
he
the
ever
situation?
asked you to?
Has he ever asked me to just go get a registered nurse practitioner's license?
Yes. Honestly.
I don't say no. I think he has like brought it up. No. Sorry. You're very intelligent. The wife has. The wife has. But she asked me that time ago, and then she just never really brings it up. She says that I'm capable. Thank you. So she does say that. She says I'm capable. Like, hey, take the time, even though you have to take care of me, like jump on the computer, see if you can get some online classes. And I'm just like, yeah. Maybe if I did that, he'd feel more obligated to give me the money,
Okay.
Because I am 29. Why would you just give a 29-year-old $4,000 at one time? That's a lot of money. I might do something dumb. The girl that I'm with, my wife, so to say, my girlfriend, she is wonderful. And maybe she needs certain items, but maybe she doesn't need them quite as badly as I think.
So where's your wife?
She's at the house right now. She's got degenerative disc disorder. So she's a lovely.
Do your wife stay at that home as well?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She does. She's been staying there like a month, but yeah, she has been staying there. But it's only been like a month of her being there and being my girlfriend. She's been there for 2 months. So a whole 60 days. Today is like the 65th day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like it's coming together now.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid you in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Around the same amount of time your girlfriend has been there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So he could even be explaining something very intelligent to me, brother. And thank you. You know what?
Can I ask you another question?
You go ahead.
And it's not to it's just a brutally honest question I just want to ask.
Yeah.
Have you had any relations with the husband?